guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Kami and I am a part-time reseller on the app Poshmark, which means that I find clothing, shoes, and accessories for cheap prices at thrift stores, garage sales, and the Goodwill outlet where you pay by the pound, and I flip them online for a profit. If you're interested in this type of content like what sold videos, thrift hauls, thrift with me's, and tips and trick videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell notification. That way you're notified every time that I put out a new video. Today we're going to go over what sold for me May 1st through the 7th, and May has turned out to be an excellent sales month for me. I'm really excited to see how the rest of the month will go, but let's see what's been selling quickly and not so quickly here recently. All right, we do have a little bit of a different background. I have moved into my mom's house while our new house is being built. We did sell our current or last house, so that has all gone through, and we are in a new spot at my mom's house. So you will see a different type of background than you normally do on my videos. As normal, I have my iPad here, which has all the information I'm going to be telling you about. So if I look down, that's all I'm doing. I'm not just staring at the floor. And I will also have a picture of the items that sold, so that way you guys can see what they look like. So starting off on May 1st, I sold 3 items. The first one was this Kalia blue workout tee. It was a really light blue short sleeve top. And I love Kalia, and this was a plus size. It was an XXL. It sold for $15. My cost of goods was only $2.99 at my local Goodwill. So after fees and cost of goods, my profit was $9.01, but it did take 102 days to sell. So right between 3 and 4 months, which I do like to see my items sell within 2 months, but what are you gonna do? Next, this Floral Dress sold. This was also a plus size. I believe it was a 2X. It sold for $20. My cost of goods was $1.98 at a garage sale, and so my profit was $14.02, and it sold in 2 days. The lady that I purchased it from said that it had never been worn before, but it did not have tags on it, so I did not list it as such, but it definitely felt really soft, and you could tell that it had not been worn. And the last thing that I sold on May 1st was this Athleta Wander Stash skinny pants. Now this was a tall size, so I think it was a 14 maybe, but it had 14 tees, so that means it was tall. It sold for $35. My cost of goods was $1.32 at the Goodwill outlet or the bins, and so my profit ended up being $26.68, and it sold in 43 days. So a quick flip. I do love to sell Athleta, and it is one of my top selling brands. May 2nd, I sold 4 items. The first was this Lululemon black Gather and Crow pair of Capris. Try to say that 3 times fast. And they sold for $25. My cost of goods was only $1 at a garage sale. My profit ended up being $19 after cost of goods and fees, but they did take 206 days to sell. I do love to sell Lululemon, but I think there was just nothing special about these, and they were Capri style, so it did take a bit of time for them to sell. Then I sold this pair of Athleta gray cropped skinny leggings. They sold for $25. My cost of goods ended up being $3.75 at a Goodwill. I believe I purchased them at a And the last thing that I sold on May 2nd was this Athleta white play it forward dress. It was like a dress that you would wear for tennis or racquetball, things like that. It sold for $27. My cost of goods was a little bit higher. It was $7.99. That's what my local Salvation Army marks their dresses up to. And my profit still ended up being $13.61, and it sold in 7 days. So really quick flip. I don't think I had time to even inventory these in my bins. May 3rd, I sold 3 items. The first item was a brand new brand to me. I had heard about it, but I had never found it until this dress. It is Draper James, which is Reese Witherspoon's like clothing line brand. It was this yellow and blue floral dress. It sold for $28. My cost of goods was $2.99. I bought it at a Goodwill when they were doing, and I think they still are doing, a dress sale for dresses are $2.99 when normally they're usually $4.99 and up. And so my profit ended up being $19.41, and this sold rather quickly at 17 days. Another new brand to me is this brand St. James. It was this blue and white striped top, and unfortunately did not have a size tag in it, but I did provide measurements and everything worked out well for the buyer. It sold for $30. My cost of goods was $2.50 at a Salvation Army, and so my profit ended up being $21.50, and it sold in 12 days. I have never heard this brand before, but it said made in France, and it looked like it was really good quality. And on the 3rd, I also sold this pair of Ariad English Paddock boots. They were a very small size. I think they were a 5, 5.5. They sold for $27 though, with a $1.50 shipping discount. My cost of goods was 79 cents at the Goodwill outlet or the bins, and so my profit ended up being $19.31, and they sold in 17 days as well. May 4th, I sold a total of 6 items, but 3 items were in a bundle. So that 3-item bundle consisted of this pair of Torrid skinny capri jeans. I got these at a Goodwill and they sold in 16 days. I love selling Torrid. It's my bread and butter. And then the next item was this Lane Bryant black lace top. I purchased this at the bins in Colorado. We took a trip last August and I picked this up there. So it took 332 days. It was definitely a cute top, just a little bit plain. As well as this Lane Bryant gray mesh top where I got at the same bins in Colorado. It also took 232 days to sell because I listed them the same day. Again, these 2 items, really cute, good brand, Lane Bryant. So my profit for those 3 items ended up being $27.31. Then I sold this Kalia Essential tank. It was blue and I think it had like speckles on it. It sold for $14. My cost of goods was $4, so definitely a higher cost of goods for a lower sale, but I was happy to see it go. I purchased it at a local consignment store on clearance, and my profit ended up being $7.05, and it took 150 days to sell. I also sold this Juicy Couture black pair of sweatpants, and it had Juicy written across the butt. These had quite a few flaws. Someone had cut the hems of the legs and very badly. They had a couple spots where it wrote out Juicy on the back, but they still sold full price for $35. My cost of goods was an average of 96 cents at a garage sale, and so my profit ended up being $27.04, and they sold really quickly. They sold in 13 days. So if you do see any of those like more vintage or like 2000s Juicy sweatpants, I highly recommend picking them up. They're definitely selling. The last thing I sold that day was this pair of Marc Fisher black pump heels. They were definitely a good brand and really cute. They were just really plain, kind of business casual type heels. They sold for $15. My cost of goods was 78 cents at the bins, and so my profit ended up being $11.22, and they sold in 108 days. May 5th, I sold 5 items. 2 of those items was in a bundle. So that 2-item bundle consisted of this pair of Torrid white jean denim shorts. They were like a Bermuda type length. I got them at a garage sale and they took 180 days to sell, as well as this pair of Torrid dark wash Bermuda jean denim shorts. They were, like I said, definitely a longer length. And I also purchased those at a garage sale, I believe the same garage sale as the other pair, and they sold in 185 days. So in total, I sold that bundle for $30 with a $1.50 shipping discount. My total cost of goods for both was $4.50, so my profit ended up being $18 for both pairs of shorts. Then I sold this Chico's pink and white kind of paisley print shawl. It was, I believe, a like one size fit all kind of cardigan kimono, and it sold for $13 with a $1.50 shipping discount. This day and the next, I sent out a bunch of offers just trying to get rid of some older items. So this did sell. My cost of goods was only $1 at a garage sale, so my profit still ended up being $7.55, but it did take 230 days to sell. I also sold this Lululemon pink long sleeve top. I believe this was the Swiftly Tech shirt, and it sold for $22. My cost of goods was $2.81 at a garage sale, and so my profit was $14.79, which isn't that great for Lululemon. However, this sold the exact same day that I listed it, so I was definitely glad with that amount of profit, and I didn't even have to inventory it. The last thing that I sold on the 5th was this Wild Fable black jumpsuit. Now, normally I don't pick up Wild Fable except if they are in a plus size, and this definitely was. It was a size 4X. Unfortunately, it was just one size too big for me, but it sold for $18 with a $1.50 shipping discount. My cost of goods was $0 or free because I did have this and a bunch of other items given to me locally. Someone was getting rid of a bunch of stuff after a garage sale, and they were going to give it to me for free. So my profit ended up being $12.90, and it took 35 days to sell. May 6th, I sold 5 items, but 3 of those items were in a bundle. So definitely a few bundles this last week. And that 3-item bundle was this Free People Beach fold down neck, kind of like a wide turtleneck sweater I purchased at a garage sale, and it only took 5 days to sell. This pair of Fabletics orange Hamilton fold over sweatpants. My mom actually purchased these and gave them to me for free, so thank you, Mom. They took 20 days to sell. And then the last thing in the bundle was this Kalia gray essential pair of Heather Bermuda biking shorts, and I purchased those at Goodwill, and they took 23 days to sell. So in total, I sold all 3 of those for $52 with a $1.50 shipping discount. My total cost of goods was $5.80, which makes my profit $34.30 on the 3 items, and they all sold under a month. I also sold this pair of Torrid jean denim shorts. They were a little bit on the shorter side, but they sold for $19. My cost of goods was $1.98 at a garage sale, so my profit ended up being $13.22, and they sold really quickly in 2 days. And the last thing I sold on the 6th was this St. John's Bay blue cargo pair of shorts. They were new with tags. They sold for $16. My cost of goods was $0 because they were actually a pair of my husband's shorts that he just no longer wanted. He never wore them, and so we went ahead and sold them on Poshmark. My profit ended up being $12.80, and they sold in 33 days, so right around a month. And finally, May 7th, which was actually the day that I sold the most items. I sold 10 total items, no bundles this day. So the first item was this pair of Rock and Republic cashmere, but cashmere with a K, so not actual cashmere, ankle jeans. I had had these so long, and they sold finally for $12. My cost of goods was 73 cents at a garage sale. My profit was $8.32, and they took 273 days to sell. I sold this pair of Converse black high top classic all-stars. They sold for $22. My cost of goods was $1.83 at a garage sale, and so my profit was $15.77, and they sold in 1 week or 7 days. Then I sold this Lilly Pulitzer for Target. So Lilly Pulitzer has like a line that they will do for Target, but it was new with tags. It was this green palm jumpsuit, super cute for the summertime. It sold for $22. My cost of goods was $3.74 at a Goodwill sale that I went to. So my profit ended up being $13.86, and it only took 1 day to sell. I also sold another Draper James item. This was the second Draper James item that I had found, but this was a collaboration with Eloquii, which is a good quality plus size brand. So it's Draper James by Eloquii. It was this pair of red and white checkered casual shorts, super cute, but unfortunately they were just a few 2 sizes big for me. They did sell for $20. My cost of goods was only $2.99 at Goodwill, and so my profit ended up being $13.01 and sold in 5 days. So if you see Eloquii or Draper James in a really cute style, I would definitely look it up and possibly pick up. I also sold this pair of Lululemon navy dark blue capris. They sold for $35. My cost of goods was $2.99 at Goodwill. So my profit ended up being $25.01. Then I sold this Carhartt baby full zip jacket. It sold for $13. My cost of goods was $2.81 at a garage sale, and so my profit ended up being $7.24, and it took 11 days to sell. I also sold this Torrid floral cold shoulder top, which I think cold shoulder is definitely going out of like style, or it has been for a while. I know I haven't worn very many cold shoulder tops in a while, but this was Torrid. It was a really cute pattern. It was white with blue florals, or blue floral print, and it sold for $20. My cost of goods was $2.81 at a garage sale, and so my profit ended up being $13.19, and it sold the exact same day that I listed it. So maybe they're coming back in style. And the last item that I sold on the 7th and for this video was this St. John's Bay like 70s 80s inspired floral print tankini top, which is like a bathing suit, but it's a tank top bathing suit. It sold for $10. My cost of goods was $0, and I had been given it for free. My profit ended up being $7.05, but I was so happy to see it go. It was really cute, but it stayed in my closet for 295 days, so I was ready to see it go. So in total, I sold 36 items from the 1st through the 7th of May. My gross sales total was $732, which means my average sale price was $20.33. So I was happy to see that it has gone up here in the last few months. But the important thing, my net profit, is the total that I brought home after Poshmark fees, cost of goods, and any shipping discounts I did provide. And it was a $496.20 net profit, which means my average profit per item is $13.78. So I definitely think May is off to a really good start. I am so excited to see where May will take me. I know that there is like the summer slowdown. So I think my summer slowdown was in like April, hopefully, and hopefully the rest of the month will go really well. I hope your guys' sales are doing great. If you are a reseller or not,